Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com with you here Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, doing live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us, get the plays in real time, and join the chat discussion with our folks in the chat room, if you would, here on Game Day Picks and all of our live shows, if you would. A reminder of our promo code: you can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys. So folks in the chat, go ahead and chime in with your picks. We greatly appreciate it. Of course, pay a visit to our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing our top cappers in the industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You'll see Mindy, it continues to be on a tear here. 1,500 units of profit here for this year. We're not even 2 months into the year. And look at these numbers. Ramon as well putting up some fantastic numbers here. May consider that 2-point capper promotion if you're looking for some picks, premium plays. That would be a good choice there. Nick's been hot, Joshua as well. Tiffany coming up there as well. You'll find our latest premium picks here in the center of the page. Of course, you can click this best bet tab if you're looking for the best bets from each of our cappers. They can release one best bet from each sport per day. We're locked and loaded here for Monday's action. $15 premium picks promotional. Each capper can designate a play from their card as a $15 premium pick to enter their service and new and existing customers. And of course, our 3-packs offer great value there. 3-packs plus, 3-packs or more. You'll see them up there right now, loaded here for Monday's card. For those of you that prefer the buy the plays a la carte, you can do that here on our pick ticker. We post them here. Every pick entered in the system, every pick documented is offered for sale individually and on our pick ticker. And we put there team versus team information. All right, let's get underway here with Game Day Picks starting this week here. With us today on the show, we got Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. All right, let's get underway here with Game Day Picks. Let's welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll catch her over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see our top of leaderboards. I don't know if there's any cappers on these documented sites that are documented over 5,000 units of profit using a $100 base bet. It's been an amazing performance here from Mindy. Mindy, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. We go into the Big Sky tonight here as Northern Colorado here will face Idaho State. North Colorado here laying 5.5, total 147.
Yeah, so should be a good one from Big Sky here today. So we have Idaho State. They're sitting at 11-9 versus Northern Colorado sitting at 10-19 here. Idaho State, they are winners of their last 2 games here, while Northern Colorado are kind of on the opposite side here, kind of on a bad 3-game losing skid. And the worst part is that, you know, 2 of those teams that they have losses to out of the 3 are teams that this Idaho State team just won, and won pretty handedly, I must say, in those outings there as well. Idaho State, they've just been playing really, really, really good defense here as of late. They've only been allowing 62 points a game here on the defensive side, while Northern Colorado, they've just been giving up way too many points. Almost 78 points a game here. Idaho State has the better road spread record here as well. They're 7-8, while Northern Colorado is 4-7 on their home court here. Idaho State won this last matchup in overtime, 90-83. I think they can go ahead and get it done here again today. I'm going to go ahead and take Idaho State, plus the 5.5 points here today, Tony.
All right, Mindy here is going to go here with Idaho State taking the points here. That's 5.5 here against a Northern Colorado team that has had some issues here, but they seem to kind of have an issue here at home here. They've gotten a little better here with the wins here earlier, but lately it's been pretty rough a shot here for North Colorado. 3 straight losses here on the road. Oh, they've had some home success prior.
Sure. I mean, they have been, statistically a little bit better shooting, a little bit better offensive efficiency, but this is kind of a what have you done for me lately type of deal, and it hasn't really been too much here over the last 5 games. It's just that the defense has been pretty horrendous. I mean, they're still putting up points. They average almost 75 points a game, so there isn't any problems there. It's just on the defensive side. When you have a team that is equal to you statistically, you got to be able to hold them down on defense, and they're just not doing things like that here at all. And like I said, Idaho State has the better defensive efficiency. If I kind of take a look at where these two teams have been head to head, statistically trend wise, they are the underdog in this matchup is 5-0 in the last 5 meetings, and that shows that from this prior game here this season, even though it was an overtime game here. And then if I take a look at even more trends, Idaho State, they're 4-0 in their last 4 Monday games and 6-0 in their last 6 versus a team with a losing record, while Northern Colorado, they're 0-5 against the spread versus a team with a winning record here as well. And then Idaho State's been holding their conference opponents to only 40% from 2. So they're not playing too bad here as of late.
Yeah, definitely defense better on Idaho State, and of course North Colorado. Too many games in conference where they give up 50% or greater. That's brutal there. In Eastern Washington hit them up for 60% on North Colorado's home court. Idaho State plus 5.5 against Northern Colorado. This one they have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at TonySpits.com. Put the records up there again. 5,133 units of profit for 2022. That is all documented. If you go to Mindy's handicapper page over at Tony's Pick, you can verify those plays. You can see all the picks they're released there for the public to view. Tonight we have NBA, NHL on the board. Lots of college hoops as well. Mid-majors, there are a few big conferences in action as well. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, I can't complain with how things have been going, so we're ready to keep it up here again today. A little bit light on the card yesterday. Only had 6 plays, and I'm only sitting at 5 here today, but I was close to, I think I had about 18 plays on Saturday. So again, it's not one of those that I'm, bringing it back down because of my record or anything like that. Again, I always play what my system holds, whatever is in store for me. I found over the long run, it's the best is, to find a system, stick with it, and be consistent. And that's what we're doing here today. I had a lot of, teams in college basketball, right, that come out as, hey, I have, the way better stats than the other team. But once I run those through some scoring algorithms, then I kind of get to, mismatched data, right? So I have them winning in one model and losing the other. So I've only come out with one college basketball play here today. But again, it's my best play on the board. So I did put that out there as my $15 guaranteed best bet. The college basketball has been where I've been, most successful. Up 2,296 units here this season. And then we have, smaller cards here today for the NBA and NHL. So probably meaning we're looking at doing a huge show on the morning steam tomorrow morning. But yeah, only 2 plays in the NHL and 2 plays in the NBA for me here today. We're only looking at like 5 or 6 games in each of those. So I was kind of hoping I'd have a little bit more in college basketball, just not there today. But Ramon and I, we did come up with a couple extra plays here, ones that I liked. And then once he says he likes it, then we know we're on to something there. So we have 2 more plays in college basketball if you want to check out our morning steam show there as well. But instead of buying like these games individually or these packages individually, like Tony had mentioned, suggest getting one of these 30-day packages where you can get the biggest bang for your buck, right? We all know now that we're well into March Madness if you go ahead and purchase the 30-day. So I think that's something where you want to, sit at, especially because I've been doing so well in college basketball. It's a good time for you to get in on that early. And basically by, buying this package here with college basketball, you're going to decrease your per play amount. So that's even more profit in your pocket. So make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout because, again, the lesser the amount that you have to pay for our, picks that we consider to be an investment into your future bankroll, the better it is. So make sure you use that promo code TonyT at checkout.
Try to use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Get on board with Mindy Hahn. Put the numbers up there again for you guys. You see it, 5,133 units of profit, all document for 2023. Mindy on the board tonight on the site, as we mentioned again. All sport 5-pack on the board. She's heavily into action here today. On a Monday. Also, she combines NHL and college basketball into a 3-pack as well. A college basketball fast break guaranteed 3-pack. Also, a best bet here from a college basketball up on the board. She's in it with a best bet from the NBA as well as best bet from NHL. So she's locked and loaded here for Big Monday of action for you to build up that bankroll. Again, instead of buying all these plays individually, we recommend here the longer term passes. They're obviously, I believe a better value as you do for price per play. That 1 month will serve you really well. You get all of Mindy's premium plays here for 30 days, including there is all her NHL and NBA. But college basketball, quite a bit covered there. You are covered all the way through the Elite Eight. When this NCAA tournament whittles down to 4, that's where it expires. So you got all that action from the conference tournaments, the regular season that's still going on the major conferences, all the NCAA tournament action all the way until they reach the Final Four. So they whittle it down to 4. All the minor tournaments, your NIT, your CBI, the basketball classics, that's all covered in that 1 month all sports pass. We'll take $66 off that right now. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, then you'll land right on Mindy's page and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony Speaks Mindy. Morning Steam, another show in the books here today as you covered all the pro games on pro, select colleges as well. 9 a.m. Eastern time here on our channel. And of course, we can also catch the show lineup. You post the show lineup the night before on our Discord.
That's right. You can get another pick from me today in college basketball if you go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Tony's Picks Mindy. Go ahead and do a little retweet in there, and then also, click on the little notification button so that way you get all of my picks when they come out. Every weekday normally is when we put those out. But yeah, also catch me and Ramon in the morning. Like I said, we'll probably have a big show again tomorrow. If we have a light one day, we're usually heavy the next. So you can go ahead and find us tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central. Our show is live. It usually is about an hour and a half or so of your time. Most people love it because they're sitting at work, maybe doing a little data entry, listening. They say it makes their day go by faster. And I bet it does, right? It's a fun way to get, I think, kind of the freshest look on, these games each and every morning. We go ahead and do, with Ramon, we get the steam, so we know where the sharp money is, where the action's coming in, how the lines are movement. And then with the chat, we get everything that's going on with player props. Also who they, who they like, who they think. They come together, each and every day with all of their data. They're looking for consensus, for some due diligence, and then also talk a little bit about injuries. And then also, we kind of shoot the breeze a little bit too. We were talking about some bowling and stuff today. So we hope that you go ahead and join us. We think it's a little fun community that we got going. And, we're trying to build up that viewership. Had one of our biggest live shows again here over the weekend. And we're really excited with how things are going. And then if you want to get even further into the community, you can find us in the Discord. Tony will go ahead and put up the link in the description here in the chat, so make sure you go ahead and join there. And again, TJ has the day off today, so he said he is ready for getting some information up in Discord here today. But yeah, you can always go ahead and ask Ramon and I any question that you want, or Tony, who you lean, who you like. But for me, I love it because I use all this information on my, free same game parlay props, and been getting some winners out of there. So I appreciate all the help. It's kind of a, copacetic. Well, we help you guys and you come back and help us. So I think it's great. And again, it's been really exciting. And I think we have a lot in store yet for this show moving forward, and for Tony's Picks in general. We've talked about doing the monitor site, maybe some poker games, all that kind of good stuff. So can't wait for all the new stuff that is ahead as well.
That's
Thanks,
right.
Tony.
You got it. Thank you, Mindy. So check out Mindy right now. Of course, over in the Discord, click the link there. You'll find it. The discussion continues over on our Discord. Lots of great contributions from our community. Right now, we share this link only on our live shows, so everybody knows each other. We're thinking about at some point extending the invitation. Then it would be a lot of people we don't know, but I kind of like it now. Probably close to about almost 70 now in there. A lot of our live show participants are in here. The folks the great. I hate to leave out names like Butterscotch, TJ, Blake, and all those great contributors there. Daniel in there. There's a lot of folks in there in the Discord putting their plays. Of course, they kind of fill a void for us. So we don't not much into the player props because we're pretty much heading into the spread, because that's what we're documenting on our site. But a lot of the folks there like their bonus, their free boost bets and whatnot, and they put them up there to help everybody out in a civil, friendly manner. So you guys can go ahead and click the link there and get signed into the Discord. And you'll see a shout out to Blake right now just chiming into the chat. So guys, go ahead and sign up. All right. That's right. And of course, don't forget to follow Mindy at Tony's Picks Mindy. All right, Mindy, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, I'll be here. We'll see ya.
We'll see you. Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, with you here, Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time, get the better numbers, and join us in the conversation in our chat. All right, let's continue here on Game Day Picks. It's time now for Ramon Scott. Catch him over at Tony's Picks. Catch him in the mornings with the morning show. Ramon, what's happening?
Trying to catch Mindy. That's what I'm doing.
That's right. I'm trying to catch Mindy. She's been on absolute fire here. All right, here we go. College hoops tonight. Bethune-Cookman hosting Grambling. Grambling favorite, total 137.5.
Yeah, you don't even need to turn the channel. This one's on YouTube. So check it out right here on YouTube. That's where Bethune-Cookman has a lot of their broadcasts, most of them, if I'm not mistaken. Bethune-Cookman on YouTube tonight against first place Grambling. What a season for the Tigers, Tony. They haven't, looking for their 20th victory. They haven't won 20 games since 1980. So Grambling, they've had some years. Dante Jackson's in his 6th year, and he just put a good number up a couple years ago, coming out of the pandemic. And Bethune-Cookman, led by Reggie Theus, they're 11-18, but I think Cookman can stay in this one. Grambling, they're struggling right now in a battle for the league title with Alcorn. Alcorn won the only meeting between the two this year, 63-60, but Grambling has won 6 straight, 9 of their last 10. They've got a great defense, one of the best in the nation, but Southern coming in hot, pretty hot for them. They've won 2 straight. They're 11-18 overall. They're 8-2 against the number at home and 9-2 against the number in their last 11. They're also 11-5-1 against the spread against teams above 500. Grambling did win the first meeting between these two, 76-70 as a 10.5-point favorite back on January 7th. Now, you might have gotten a chance, if you haven't seen Grambling, they played in that widely publicized game at the All-Star game. They played Southern U in a game that was, practically on all the channels at the same time. ESPN2, TNT, I think they were on all the channels. And so you got a chance to see them. They beat Southern 69-64. Then they came back and beat Florida A&M 69-55. They led that one by 14 points early. Stayed in Florida yesterday. Had a nice day, I'm sure, getting ready for this one against Cookman. Now, Cookman also beat Southern, interestingly, 60-53, and before that they beat Alabama State. They have had a 3-game winning streak earlier this season. They also, will note, they lost to Alcorn at home by just 2 points about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So you have Grambling coming in here. Yes, maybe they're a little better than Alcorn, but how much better? Those two teams currently tied atop the SWAC standings, as I said, at 12-3. So I think that Cookman, a pretty good spread team, can't stay in here against Grambling. Grambling playing well, man. They're allowing just 63 points per game and allowing 38.5% shooting, pretty strong. So, man, I think that for Cookman, the number is what I'm looking at. I mean, I think Grambling can probably get this win. They're averaging nearly 69 points per game, but I think Cookman can stay in here and get the money. Now, Grambling does have a likely Player of the Year candidate in Cam Christon. They also have a Cartier Gordon, who was with St. Louis several years ago, and they ended up, I think, at somewhere in Florida, not a D1 school. He's playing in Florida, decided to transfer to Grambling. It's been a pretty good deal for Grambling and for Gordon for sure. So I'm going to rely on some of these Cookman players, Zion Harmon, Marcus Garrett, and Kevin Davis. I've got Cookman hanging in here, Tony. maybe they can get enough points to get it done against Grambling's tough defense. Cookman has gone over in 10 of their last 12 games, and looking at a total here in the high 130s. So to me, it indicates 7.5 points, maybe a little too many. I'm going to have to take Cookman in this one to hang in there with Grambling today.
All right, Ramon here on Bethune-Cookman plus 7.5 here against Grambling. Of course, Cookman's one of those teams that has covering as underdogs. They have a lot of losses, but they cover a lot of these games they lose. That's one thing that caught my attention. Of course, with Bethune-Cookman, the shooting, though, has got to be a little more consistent. We've seen some brutal shooting performances in the mid-30s in some of these games, but they do defend as well. Of course, Grambling, as we talked about here, coming in here off of a 6-game win streak. And, of course, I know Reggie Theus does have his hands full not only at Bethune-Cookman, but I think he wears a lot of hats over at that school.
Where can he go now? Where? I don't want to say it like that. I mean, he's found another spot to work. So they only had 9 wins last season, so they have improved somewhat. But yeah, I like those spread numbers when I've got a home dog. And again, I just equate it to the fact that they lost to Alcorn by 2 points. Grambling and Alcorn tied for first. Yes, I think Grambling is the better team than Alcorn, but they only had the one meeting, so we'll see. This campaign's not over. They've got 3 games left in the SWAC still to go, so they're not wrapping up this week. So all these games are crucial, but there's still games left for Grambling, and they have spent the weekend in Florida. It's a little bit different in the SWAC, certainly. So Grambling comes down and plays the two. The Florida. They played the Florida A&M in that game, as I mentioned, on Saturday. Stay in Florida on Sunday, hang out, and then play Cookman. So I think that is a recipe for the home cover for me.
That's right. Of course, Theus is also the AD there at Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman plus 7.5 against Grambling. This one will have a start time of 7:30 Eastern time. Right, Ramon? Let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Flash the records up there. 3,296 units of profit for Ramon for the last 30 days. That is all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can verify that by going to Ramon's handicapper page on our site. Go down to Pick History. You can see all the plays up there. We got NHL on the board as well as college basketball and NBA. What do you have going on over at the site?
Discount 5-pack in college basketball, Tony. I'm hanging out tonight, mostly in the MEAC. Also action on the main board as well. So pick up that 5-pack. Reduced price, $30, 5 plays from Red Hot Ramon Scott. Talking myself in the third person nowadays with this record. So why not? And also pick up my NHL Monday night discount best bet tonight. My best play in the NHL. Mindy and I had a couple of games that we agreed on the morning steam, and also in 2 games in pro basketball. Not sure I'm going to find a pro play. I'd like to when you're hot, want to fire, but got 6 plays locked in for tonight on the site. Just keep the winning going right now. It's me, Tony, right now. It's not a matter of finding the premiums. It's knowing what the premiums are in nearly every game. That's how I can describe it as far as the streak I'm on right now. Take a look at the numbers and you'll see we're fully documented here at Tony's Picks on the site, third-party documentation, and Mindy and I just putting up I don't know how to describe monster numbers when it comes to sports betting, sports handicapping, hitting pretty big numbers this year so far since the first of the year and over the last 30 days as well. So just appreciate all the support, appreciate all the viewership also on the morning steam. Tony, yesterday we cracked another top day as far as our live viewership is concerned, so that's important to Mindy and I. It seems, trivial a little bit when you're talking about the type of viewership that we have, but for us, it's a big, big deal, and I know it is for you as well. So we're going to keep it going on the morning steam tomorrow. But right now, just 5 plays, Tony, that 5-pack in college basketball. I know it's already got bought up several times today, so let's get after it with the winners. Hopefully you guys are doing just as well out there here when you watch Game Day Picks, picking up the free winners, maybe in our Discord, picking up winners for yourself, and don't need a tout. But if you do, Mindy and I are a good place to start. Just check out the records around the internet. Yeah, there's some pretty hot cappers out there right now, but certainly Mindy and I are right up there with all the other ones that are at the top of the charts on these leaderboards. I don't know if you can combine two handicappers though on any of these sites that are putting up the numbers combined like Mindy and I right now. Tony, if you look at those records over the last 30 days now, we're close to 7 dimes in those $100 plays between the two of us. That's obscene. So if you need winners, I think we got some nice packages for you tonight over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off those premium pick packages for tonight's action, or for those long-term packages as well. Keep talking about how we're getting into conference tournaments. We know that conference tournaments start tonight in the A-Sun. So Mindy and I already have a play up in one of those games, and action is going to be firing this week with conference tournaments. Get exciting here. To me, when all the conference tournaments are up going on, that's almost better than the NCAAB tournament when you have so many games and so many eliminations every day. Fun times here as we approach March, just a couple days away.
That's right, guys. Got Ramon's got over at Tony's Picks. Put those numbers up again. 3,296 units of profit last 3 days. That's all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. As Ramon was mentioning tonight, over on the board tonight, a discount a 5-pack up there on the board. $30 a profit guarantee, forwardly priced. Of course, it means it must turn a profit. Where the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. Also, the NHL Monday Fit. This is a $15 premium here. His best bet from the NHL is up on the board as well. So get on board with it with Ramon Scott. But instead of buying the plays individually, the way Ramon's running, consider that 1 month all sports pass. You get all Ramon's premium plays here for 30 days. That includes all his NBA, all his NHL. He does dabble into MMA. So if he has UFC, Bellator plays, that's also part of it. Also may dabble into soccer and tennis. That may be part of it as well. We'll see about exhibition baseball. We are documenting that, so there's a lot of options there for you. But again, you get all of Ramon's premium plays here from college basketball. We got the remainder of the regular season here. Also, all the conference tournaments are covered in that third day, as well as the NCAA tournament, all the way to the end of the Elite Eight. So when we whittle this tournament down to 4 teams, that's when this 30-day all sports pass will expire. So really good coverage here. Bulk of the tournament with that 30-day pass. Loads of college hoops. So get on board. We're going to save you $66 right now when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, then you'll land right on Ramon's page and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon. Got in another show in today on the morning steam, all the pro coverage, of course, select games from college basketball as well up there. And of course, we can catch you as well monitoring that Discord.
Yeah, log on at Tony's Picks Ramon. Pick up my social media winner today. It's also coming to you in the SWAC between Texas Southern and Alcorn State. Pick up more SWAC action with my other video. I'm all about the SWAC on these videos today, Tony. I got my sponsor video today in the game between Southern U and Florida A&M, talking about a team that we saw in that HBCU Classic, Southern U taking on Florida A&M, and I got another play coming in the leaderboard video where I talk about who's on top of the handicapper leaderboards. It's Mindy and I, just a little, preview.
There you go.
A little spoiler alert. Prairie View A&M and Jackson State is my leaderboard video for today. So, we know what we have to offer here now that we're getting to conference tournaments. Some of the regular season's wrapping up. Low card here today as far as, we got SWAC and MEAC action on the extra board. You've got those Big 12 games, that ACC game and Mountain West and Big Sky, definitely a big topic here today with those games. Pick up my extra plays, my free plays here, if you will, if you don't want to pay for my plays. You try to get you some other plays too. We do got to pick it up a little bit on the morning steam, Tony. We're kind of flatlining a little bit. We're still in the profit this year, but Mindy and I, we got to get that show going a little bit. We're happy with the viewership, happy everybody's winning. Maybe I should be listening to Mindy a little bit more when it's my turn to make the pick, and maybe we'd be a little bit hotter, right? Maybe even hotter right now. But still, great show over there, previewing the games every day. And it's going to be important, I think, because I think we'll try to, touch on conference tournament games, and those are kind of the toughest to follow a lot of times, because you don't know who won the night before if you're not paying too close attention. So try to touch on those a little bit too during the show when it's conference tournament time. Fun times ahead.
That's right, guys. That's a lot of content from Ramon over on our site at Tony's Picks. The leaderboard video, just click the Premium Picks tab at the top, and that'll take you right over to the leaderboard video. Back to the home page, as you scroll down a little bit, just past the pick ticker, you'll find our sponsored video up there for Ramon Scott. So check him out there as well. Lots of content there for Ramon with the free picks there on the site, as well as on the Twitter account at Tony's Picks Ramon. You'll find his social media pick up there as well. And of course, don't forget to check out Ramon over on the Discord. Lots of conversation. The conversation continues on our Discord. As you notice, we've talked about in the previous segment, lots of content here from the community. A lot of the folks here that contribute are the folks that you see right here in the chat room, because we pretty much advertise this only to our live show audience. So we got close to 70. I think we're building up close to 70 now. So everybody pretty much knows each other. We haven't really expanded more than that. I kind of like the fact that it's just our live show audience in this Discord. We'll see how we go moving forward if we pull on all our videos. But right now we're with the live show audience. Lots of content, content from our contributors with their props, player props in there as well. We may see some preseason baseball, exhibition baseball people were asking about. You can check that in there. Maybe that would be some spots where you'll find some of that information there. So check us out there on the Discord. Butterscotch is in there as well. He'll hit the people up in the Discord as well. So check us out there in the Discord. Click the link that you see there in the live chat and get in right now. It's just so far the folks from the live chat, that's about the only place we're putting this on. So it's a good time to check it out. Of course, find him over at Tony's Picks Ramon, again, for Ramon's social media play. All right, Ramon, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Thank you, Tony.
You got it. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you guys to be live with us, get the plays in real time. And then, of course, you can chime in the chat room with your plays, because we always welcome your opinion there over on the site as well. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. It is now time for my play. Let's put the game card up right now. We're looking at this one between the Hornets and the Pistons. Charlotte laying 7. Total here is at 234.5. I think it's a little too much for me to lay with the Hornets, but I will look at the under here, under 234.5 between the Pistons and the Hornets. Really like what I've seen from the Hornets. Again, a healthy Hornets team definitely has, can play well, but that's the key, trying to keep them all healthy. That's been the biggest issue here with the Charlotte team. But the issue, speaking of health, that is one of the biggest issues today of facing this Detroit Pistons team, is that the folks that are out, right? We got Noel, Ivy, and Duran out for Detroit. We need Stewart and Bogdanovich were questionable. Let's see if we can update this injury report, because I really believe it comes down to the fact that I believe Detroit's going to have a hard time getting getting points, getting over 100 in this game. We're going to update again. Now we can verify Bogdanovich is out, so this is big. Noel, Ivy, Duran, and Bogdanovich out. Stewart is still questionable. We know Washington is now doubtful here for the Hornets. Martin is doubtful. So my biggest issue here is the scoring from Detroit. So we're going to go under the 234.5 here between this game between the Pistons and Hornets, with all the injuries to key players on this Detroit Pistons team. Indeed. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com. I have a best bet up on the board right now from College Hoops, so get on board right now with that. Still looking for some plays here. This might have been my best play in the NBA, but I was looking some more as well. So it's a short card today. It's only 3 games total, and I've got a best bet right now here from College Hoops, so get on board with that. Of course, you can go with my longer-term pass and my 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period you select. When you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase, don't forget the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. It's now time to recap the plays from today's show, so let's get the recap screen up there. All right, Mindy was on Idaho State plus the 5.5 here against Northern Colorado. Ramon likes Bethune-Cookman plus 7.5 against Grambling. I'll be on the Pistons Hornets under 234.5. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of Game Day Picks. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat room. Shout out there to Butterscotch. Blake was in there as well. Scott Smart in there with his contributions as well in the chat rooms. Appreciate everyone's contributions, guys. Remember, the conversation will continue over our Discord. Lots of great content up there. I want you guys to keep an eye there. Follow the link you see there in the description and get on over into our Discord. Lots of picks in there. Also, Mindy puts up there the lineup for tomorrow's morning Steam show. And you guys can also request some college basketball games that they'll cover. Just make sure your requests are in by 9 p.m. Eastern time and give Ramon and Mindy enough time to do the research on the game. So you can always put in your request here in the Discord. Follow the link right there. All right, that's going to do it here for our show today, guys. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Be back again tomorrow, and of course, be sure to check out Morning Steam tomorrow here live at 3 p.m. Morning Steam is at 9 a.m. Eastern time here on our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. All right, that's going to do it here for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew. We're going to wait goodbye to you guys. You guys have a